everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker continues to elevate his play every year.
A special talent indeed. David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the 4. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
The shot's good.
He's so aggressive offensively. I like his assertiveness. CP3 not taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets the pass.
Now, here is Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Here's Paul, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Pass to Crowder. From past the arc, good on the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is Irving. And the shot goes in.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Pass to Paul. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Harden, and he banks in the layup.
I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
Booker the pass to Bridges. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Harden against Booker. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Irving passes to KD. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Crowder. And it's sent back by Irving.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Free throw drops for Ayton. Ayton hits them both.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
And that does it for the first quarter. Phoenix ahead, up 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. James Johnson is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Irving at the 1. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here's Millsap. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Suns leading by 4. Payne passes to Kaminsky. Payne looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker, and no good. The Nets go the other way with it. The 3 from Mills. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And there's one of the sharpest weapons in Mills' arsenal, specifically because of how fast his release is.
Payne dishes to Saric. Johnson kicks to Payne. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Nets trail by 3. Outside, KD. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, that in-between game of Durant's is deadly. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better at handling the basketball than Kyrie Irving?
If I'm being honest.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. It's Brown on the wing. Bridges with the steal. Here's Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And the Suns making a change here. McGee's checked in.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Boy, you look at Durant's resume. He's already accomplished most of the big individual honors. League MVP, Finals MVP, scoring champion.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Cameron Payne comes in for Devin Booker. Back to Paul. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Paul's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns. Baseline jumper, and it's Durant, that time on the assist from Harden. KD's got 10.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Here's Kaminsky. No good with the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball outside. Passes it to Bridges. 5 to shoot. Here's Kaminsky. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The third quarter comes to a close. Phoenix ahead, leading by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Suns leading by 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Mills out there with Carter. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Well, Phoenix shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Inside, here's Crowder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Booker, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You know, why settle for the layup when you're this close? Durant might as well just turn it over and punch it home.
The shot's good from Paul. And the Suns lead by 6.
Just love the focus when he gets around the rim. How huge could those 2 points be?
Griffin on the wing. Harris back to Griffin. The pass to Irving. From deep. And KD good for 3. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
For 3, Booker, and it's KD with the rebound. Harden the pass to Griffin. KD on the wing. Harden outside. Back to Durant, just 4 to shoot. And with that shot, the Suns lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Harden.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're in front by 1. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
1:03 left in the game. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Booker. It falls!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Here's Irving. It counts!
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Nails the triple.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Aldridge. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Just look at what Aldridge is doing.
And here's a timeout from Monty Williams. So for the Nets, Griffin comes in for Harris, and it's Johnson in for Irving. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outer dishes to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Ball outside. From deep three-point range, right between the eyes.
Mr. Clutch coming through. Chris Paul in a situation where there are must-have points. he cashes in.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And with this much time, they should be able to drop a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence makes him huge in late-game situations.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the small forward. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn. Booker with it. Out left to the wing. Bridges, no one around him. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And a big play. One three-pointer right on the heels of another. And again, we're tied. And how about this crowd right now? They are bananas.
Tremendous stuff here. I mean, you talk about nose-to-nose action, we've got it.
And that one's good, Ayton.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Kaminsky is checked in for JaVale McGee. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. And the Suns call time here. They're ahead by 1. 1:06 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Harden against Booker. Goes up to the stripe. Count it!
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy.
Here's Irving to the paint. Aldridge finds KD. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. The Suns making a change here. Crowder's checked in. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Outside Irving. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Booker against Irving. Booker draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bridges. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Durant with a wide open look. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're behind by 3. 1 second left in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
You know, Chris Paul is a first-rate on-the-ball defender. I mean, you rarely get a clean shot off on him.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you had to work a little longer tonight, but you got the win. What does it mean to play like this in front of the home crowd?
It's a good team we just beat. You know, without this crowd's energy, we might not have pulled through in overtime, but this is a really good win for our team.
A few extra minutes to get it done, but you got it done. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.